What famous person had the most undeserved fall from grace? Richard Jewell. Not exactly a celebrity, but became famous when he was a security guard during a concert for the Atlanta Summer Olympics. Found a backpack full of explosives and alerted the police. They were able to clear almost everyone from the area before it went off. He saved many lives, and then the FBI decided he was the main suspect and ruined his life until eventually clearing him of any wrongdoing. Macaulay Culkin and most other child stars who end up not being able to handle the pressures of stardom. I'm glad he's doing well now. Amanda Bynes? Really just needed help early, I think. Pee-wee Herman. George Michael really bore the brunt of 90s homophobia and didn't deserve it at all. I was a teenager at the time it came out he was gay, and there was so much cruel mockery of him. I mean, the guy had his demons, but it also came out after he died how unusually generous and charitable he was. I didn't really get into his music until recently, but his story feels ripe for a biographical movie. He wasn't famous at the time, but Richard Jewell was wrongly accused of the 1996 Olympic bombing in Atlanta. He was later exonerated when Eric Rudolph pleaded guilty to the bombing. I'm from Atlanta, and I remember Richard Jewell's face all over the news. Totally convicted guilty in the public eyes. Asterisk fixed some fat thumb spelling. Winona Ryder. She had a comeback with Stranger Things, but her career has never fully recovered to what it was in the 90s after her shoplifting scandal. The scandal is small potatoes compared to what a lot of other celebrities have done and gotten away with. Brendan Fraser, man did nothing wrong and he fell out of the public eye, then people started criticizing him for his weight. Glad he's starting to get the recognition he deserves. Alan Turing, Oscar Wilde and all the other great minds that were arrested and vilified for being gay. I hear Janet Jackson had a very undeserved fall from grace, if you can even call it that. I didn't really think it was a big deal, as far as I'm aware of the reason for it. Howard Dean getting a little too excited on the mic. Phil Donahue. He was fired from MSNBC for being against the Iraq War. He was Oprah before there was Oprah, and his show was a lot more intelligent than hers ever was. Not sure how much the firing or his views affected the public's view of him, but it was undeserved. Alan Turing. Gary Webdude wrote a story about CIA involvement in Contra cocaine smuggling. Got his life destroyed in every possible way, culminating in his suicide. Later investigation confirmed the bulk of the story and found that he had, if anything, understated the case. T-Pain, people turned on him before the auto-tune sound was revived and made almost a genre of itself. Brendan Fraser. Britney. My God. My wife just finished the book and told me all the details. That woman had everything and her only fault was being born into a horrible and greedy family. Richard Gere and the fake gerbil story. Monica Lewinsky. The Dixie Chicks. One of the best acts in country music, but had the audacity to share the opinion that Checks Notes the war in Iraq was wrong. Which of course being in the country scene meant a death sentence for their careers. Edit, it's been pointed out to me that they were able to bounce back eventually. Which is very cool. Marie Antoinette.